come on up here, man. Let's see what happens. Me and you and I, the two of us together, we'll do a little bit of a combat. Howdy, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to our Minecraft Let's Play Adventure 2025, the year of the daily Minecraft challenge, where there is an Enderman in my house now. He's holding sand. That's unexpected, but also something we need to address immediately. Oh, he left. I was in the middle of trying to build a platform we could stand under so I could fight him, and he immediately just vanished. Well, that's unfortunate. He also messed up my intro. I had even been preparing it. As I was getting everything set up to record, I was going to say, wow, hey, it's day 14! Congratulations, everyone. We made it not only 2 weeks into this series, but also 2 weeks into a new year. Why are there so many skeletons down here? That we could do without this. There's also a bunch of flowers I don't remember being out here. I'm assuming they've always been out here. I don't think that peonies just come into existence. There are so many skeletons! What is this? The whole intro was ruined. The whole intro is ruined. I was going to say, we've made it 2 weeks into the year. Congratulations. The end of this last week was... You know, if the first week was dominated by trying to build a house, week 2 was definitely dominated by trying to do a little bit of an adventure. That got a wee bit out of hand, you know. We ended up going a lot further and seeing a lot more and doing a lot more than I had sort of initially thought we would. But I had a great deal of fun with it, and I hope you all did as well. I think I broke a bunch of peonies by accident. We can replant them, though, I believe. And I think they might even grow up to 2 tall, regardless of where we put them. So maybe we'll start a little... Oh, that's just how tall they are. They're just naturally that... Can take off the top? No. It's just a singular plant. That's unfortunate. Well... Let's come down here and see if we can't get rid of this spider that I saw on the beach. Was I crazy? Was there not a spider down here? Why do I keep thinking I see spiders down here? Am I actually am I going mad? Is that's what's 2 weeks on this deserted island all by myself, all by my lonesome, stranded here with nothing but the sand beneath my feet, and the occasional Enderman to keep me company. Have I finally started to go crazy? It certainly seems like that may in fact be the case, and that's okay, because you know what? Maybe a little bit of crazy is just what we need to finish this challenge, because you certainly aren't going to be doing something like this unless you're a little bit crazy. Now, I do want to continue trying to fight this gentleman here, because I do want to try to get his precious pearls. So we'll create a little platform off the side of this tree. This'll do, I think, and then we'll see if we can't trigger him into a bit of a combat encounter. Hey, bud! Come on up here, man! Let's see what happens. Me and you and I, the two of us together, we'll do a little bit of a combat. Come on, man, you got this. Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing really good. Very impressive. You got a hit in right there at the end and you didn't drop anything. So you made the whole thing a waste of my time, which is unfortunate, but I hope you enjoyed the experience overall and that you'll tell your friends. Now, I was trying to figure out where we should start today and what we should do. Part of me thought that maybe today would be a good time to build the retaining wall for the aesthetic value that it provides. Another part of me thought, well, maybe it's time to finally put a roof on the house. But then another part of me thought, well, maybe it's time to finally build the basement. And then another part of me thought, well, geez, I've got to grow food. And I began to realize that we've just got so much to do. We have so many varied tasks that need to be completed. And I kind of feel like there's a rush on all of them. But as this chill Minecraft music plays, it makes me realize that that's simply not the case. There is no rush on any of it. We have an entire year. Now, I want to get things done. I think it's fun to get things done. But it's also important to remember that... What happened there? Oh, that was weird. We have done things. We went on that big expedition. We did build a pet pen. And we do have a house. But maybe it is time to consider putting a roof on the house before we start building a basement. You know, before we get crazy doing that. Something else I wanted to do was I wanted to go back underground, find the exact coordinate of where our little underground base is located, which we haven't been back down to, by the way, and then dig up straight from there, and then have the access hatch be in the basement of the house. So kind of cap this back off, and then when we want to go mining, we just go down there. I thought that could be a fun time. But I think it is time that we actually go ahead and build the roof. And I suppose the question now is, what color is the roof going to be? So... Obviously, we decided to use oak logs, which, I don't know. Part of me is still contemplating changing this ever so slightly. And I guess I can kind of show you what I had in mind. Literally the other night, in bed, while I was trying to fall asleep, instead I was thinking about this, and that's upsetting to me. But remember before when we sort of trialed the idea of having these middle sections here be out one like this. Well, I thought that looked dumb until I realized, what if we did all of them out slightly like that, right? And I've already messed up. Let me go grab some scaffolding. That'll make this entire process a lot easier. I don't know why I used the button there. I have no explanation for it. It's really not necessary. But we do have scaffolding set up in here too that we can use if we need to. So out here, we would have all of these blocks like this. And then also, we would... Well, hold on. Let me do this first. Let me get it done with, right? And then on these corners, it would actually form a cross, right? So we're running out of materials. I'd have to go get more materials. And then that creates this extra bit of depth to the house that we wouldn't have otherwise. And then we could add things in between each section there. So if we wanted to add something like stairs to create a bit more depth, we could do that. We don't have a lot of stone brick stairs, but thankfully we do have a lot of stone bricks. So it's a relatively simple process to manufacture a few of these. How about 32 of them seems good. And clear the grid. Can we use cobblestone in here? Yeah, there you go. Now we know. Now we know. Good to know. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. Doesn't really matter. Not relevant to what we're doing. What is relevant, though, is this. See, something like that? I kind of like that. It kind of makes the house look a bit more impressive. Now, whether or not we keep this material inside here the same, or we change it to be the stone brick, I haven't decided yet. But I do think that I like this idea, and I think that's something we're going to end up doing. And maybe I like how thick those are. Maybe here's the thing. Again, it's Minecraft, so we could change it at any time. But then what this does is it allows us to have these go on the underside like this. And that's going to create the foundation of the second floor, which I've talked about building a lot. And what I'm thinking about doing is having the second floor be a bit more open. Instead of being like a sealed-in floor, maybe have it be open to the elements where you can stand up there. Sort of like a rooftop deck, which then itself has a roof on it. But you know how the bottom has all these big, beautiful windows? Well, the top would be very similar, except instead of big, beautiful windows, it would just be big, beautiful, open breezeways. And we could stand up there, or we could sit up there in a chair. Minecraft still doesn't have chairs. It really should, though. It's shocking and embarrassing that it doesn't. Like, stairs? That's so silly. I want to sit in an actual chair. I'll add a mod for that, too. I'm perfectly happy to add mods for things that should be in the game that Mojang has failed to deliver on. So I will do that happily. I like this. I also like that the way it makes the house seem bigger, right? Not necessarily bigger, it makes it look more impressive, even though it's not that large of a house, right? Like, you look at this segment here, this is some impressive architecture. Contrast that with this section here, flat, boring, bland. This is definitely the way of the future. The only issue is, here we are now, we don't have enough material to make that change. I'm going to start felling every tree on the island. It's just what has to be done. I'm not happy about it. And I'm sure that were there an ent on the island, it would have some things to say about this. Probably say something like, "Oh, no, not the little trees. They had voices of their own." And I would say, "Be silent, ent, or I will turn you into a pillar and stick you in the middle of the house." And I would, because I'm not letting anything stand between me and my dream home. And not even a magical talking ent. Alright, I'm sorry. If the elves woke him up by talking to him, you know what? None of my business. I don't care about what the elves did. No concern of mine right now, okay? I would burn the whole of Fangorn Forest to see my ambitions fulfilled. Alright, and then that's exactly what I intend to do. I'm not going to burn the forest, though. I don't need fuel. What I need is just raw building material. And really, this is like the most respectful way to destroy a tree, is to then use its corpse as part of our house. This is actually the most polite thing to do, keeping in mind that they don't have feelings. They're just trees, okay? They can't cry out in pain. They have no concept of dreams, or of the future, or of the present, or of life or death. They have no intelligence. I was reading somewhere that researchers have determined that trees could communicate with each other, but their form of communication is not actually, like, there's no sense of intelligence to it. It's more so just, like, reactionary to different stimuli. But still, you'll have people in the comments going, "This is why we need to be nice to the planet!" Otherwise, it's gonna end up like that M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Happening, where the planet killed everybody. Oh, spoilers for The Happening, by the way. That's not gonna happen. That will never happen. And I can say that with absolute certainty. Because trees can't kill me unless one falls on me. But it didn't make the choice. At no point in human history has a tree ever made the decision to fall on someone. A tree doesn't want to fall. Most trees, if given the opportunity, would never fall. So, a tree did fall on my house once, but that was before I started bad-mouthing them in a Minecraft series, so I'm sure that's largely unrelated. Also, yeah, we definitely needed to reset spawn point there. Can you imagine if we died and we respawned all the way back in gosh darn, like, McDouling or wherever the last place we slept was? Was it El Village? I think the last place we slept was El Village. It was either El Village or could very well have been all the way back in Morgantown, but I can't remember. We slept somewhere far away, is what I do remember. I'm going to go harvest some bamboo, too, while we're at it, as well as some cacti, so that we can keep all of these growing. I don't know what we're going to do with the cacti at the moment, but hopefully we can figure out some fun ideas. Because, I mean, we've got a lot of it now. Should I just replant everything that I collect now? Actually, it would make more sense to just go ahead and replant everything I just collected than it would be for me to hold on to it. Because there's no benefit to holding on to it. We're not going to do anything with it. We're not collecting it for any purpose. And if we replant it and we need more later, there will just be way more later. Unfortunately, you still can't put it like next to itself, which is fine. And I've always understood why, so I'm not upset about that. Yeah, that's right. For once, I'm not going to get mad at Mojang. They've done their job. You know, they've kept the integrity of the game intact. What we can do is this, though. And that's fun. So, we've got that set up and growing now. We'll probably relocate a lot of it later. In the meantime, bamboo. I mean, we don't have a good supply of string, and I don't know if there's a better way outside of farming spiders to get string. Can you make Pooji sticks? Is that in the base game? Or is that a modded thing only? This makes a pretty decent wall, doesn't it? Not really. No, you can kind of make your way through it. Let's see what the uses of these are. So, you can make a block of bamboo, which is rather fun. You can make a stick, but that's like the easiest thing in the world to get, so I don't know why you would do that. Unless you were in a region that only had bamboo, in which case, I empathize with you. That's not pleasant. String. Where do you get string from? Oh, well, that's what I can do with it, but I need to know how to get it. Sorry, what? What is I don't know what this means. What is this? Tag? No, failed to resolve tag. I don't understand what a tag is. I'm confused. Like a name tag? I don't get that. I don't get that one bit. String. There's just no way to get it, I guess, outside of just killing spiders. I gotta go kill more spiders. That means we have to stay awake and be active during the day, which is going to be unpleasant. But anyway, here we go. I'm going back to bad-mouthing trees for some reason. I don't know why I woke up this morning and decided that's what I would do. I actually love trees. Like, in real life, I was very upset when my big, beautiful tree fell on my house. I rather liked that tree. It was a lovely tree, provided lots of shade. Gosh darn you, hurricane! You wanna know who we can really badmouth? It's hurricanes. Ain't no good ever come out of a hurricane. I think last year proved that. We had some gnarly ones last year. Last year reminded me a lot of 2006? 2005, 2006? Whatever year was the year of Hurricane Katrina and Rita. Katrina hit Louisiana and Rita hit Texas. And the thing was, Rita did like a ton of damage. It was a bad storm. No one really talked about it, though, because the entirety of New Orleans, like all the money for the levees that the city had, was being like shuffled around and put into politicians and bureaucrats' pockets. So the levees were never kept up to date. So they broke and they flooded the city. Because, go to figure, like, your small-town governments... I mean, Louisiana's not a small town, but you know what I mean? Your local governments tend to be rife with corruption and criminality. And, yeah, it turns out they were all just pocketing the money and the levees collapsed and the whole city flooded. And obviously that made for a bit more of a news story than what happened with Rita just like a month later. It was still pretty devastating. Still pretty devastating. Look at that big, beautiful acacia tree. Isn't that lovely? Isn't she lovely? I think that's a beautiful tree. I'm glad that thing has grown in. And I'm still not sure what color to make the roof. I don't really want to go with oak logs, necessarily. We're mostly just collecting the oak logs so we can finish bringing up the sides and kind of thickening out the house a little bit. But, goodness me, this is going to be quite the process, isn't it? to thicken out the house. And I haven't really thought about how we're going to handle the front side here. We're going to have to figure that one out later, I guess. Because, I mean, do we relocate the door, I suppose, is the question. Or do we just not do it here? There goes our axe, by the way. We could just, like, not do it in the middle section here. Oh, I hadn't considered what we would do in the corner here. Do we just not have one in the corner? Is that probably, like, the easiest thing to do? I'm going to say yes. We are going to have to go manufacture some more iron axes, though, which is unfortunate. It's a good thing we found a bunch of iron during our explorations, but I am going to have to go back into the mines soon enough and collect even more, which is less than ideal. But let's build up the sides, and we'll kind of tackle the issues of, you know, what do we do here where it doesn't make sense? We'll worry about that in a bit. Right now, let's focus on what we do know we want to do, which is going to be these corners. Oh, I didn't think about the front here either. So is that just going to go even further down? What about the one in the middle? Yeah, this was not thought through, in case you hadn't figured that out yet. This was not completely thoroughly thought through. Maybe we don't worry about that right now. Maybe in the middle we don't do anything for this, you know, the exact moment. I don't know why I thought that would save me from taking damage. What a fool I was. This one's going to be cartoonishly large. But that might play into, in the future, when we have the underground cavern where we park our boat and everything. Maybe that just extends all the way down to the bottom, and you go between the two pillars into the underground cavern. Actually, yeah, no, that's actually exactly how that's going to work, I've decided. Because I like that idea. I think that's really cool. The rain, I love this rain. I love this mod. I think this is a fantastic rain mod. It looks so much better than vanilla Minecraft. It's much more relaxed as well. I think with the music coming in now and just the sound of the rain, this is peak vibes. This is the perfect time to be building a house. This is not when you'd want to build a house in real life, because if you were trying to do this in real life and it was raining, I mean, you'd be jumping up on top of logs and slipping back off of them. I wouldn't want to cut down trees in the rain either. It'd be slipping off of the trees. Like, you've seen these guys when they climb these trees to cut them down, just like out in the rain. You know, they get all their gear on, and then they jump up on a mountain, and then they jump off the mountain onto the top of the tree, and then they hack their way down. It's the same as Minecraft in the game. Everything that you do in Minecraft in the game is the same as how it's done in real life. So, I don't know if everyone knew that, but that's 100% true. Without a doubt. So, you can imagine how dangerous what we're doing right now would be in a video game. Oh, look at that. This tree has been hidden from me. I didn't think this one was here. That explains why these leaves aren't decaying. We're actually going to be out of trees here soon. We're going to have to consider replanting. But I have a grass block, and something I was thinking about doing was, instead of replanting the trees here, I was thinking about going over there where there's a single block of dirt that hangs out of the ground, and I was going to add more dirt and a grass block in the middle and transform that little shallow area into a proper island with grass and everything. And then hopefully animals will spawn there. But then also, more importantly, I was hoping that we could plant all of our trees there. Now, trees don't need to be on grass, but it looks nicer. It looks much nicer to have the trees on grass than it does to have them just kind of up in the air. Or, sorry, out on dirt. I said up in the air because I was thinking about leaving this up in the air and how nasty that would look. And then that thought just spilled over into my words. What is that noise? That's the music. There's some sort of, like, strange tip-tappy in the music that I wasn't expecting. It's kind of distracting a little bit. Hold on. Let's hop down here and grab all of this. Go. And then I noticed these hanging out here. I think these are edible fish. What are you? Yeah, cod. We can absolutely eat cod. It's delicious. I'm always thinking about food right now, because we spent so much of the start of this series just being hungry and having no food source. Man, this is the better way of fishing. I've recently been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Valhalla again, trying to 100% it before the release of Shadows. That's over on the Howdy Folks AC channel, youtube.com/@HowdyFolksAC. Or maybe assassin.howdyfolks.net will take you there too. I've got to create that URL, but I absolutely can. Assassin.howdyfolks.net or assassins. Heck, maybe both. I don't know. But I've been doing fishing in that because I have to for some side content. And what I discovered was, man, it's easier to do like a pulse scan and then shoot fish with a bow and arrow and have your bird collect it than it is to stand there and fish. Because fishing in that game is tedious and tiresome. But just shooting them with a bow and arrow, a 10 out of 10 experience. Much like doing such in Minecraft. Granted, we don't have a bird in Minecraft that can go collect it for us. It'd be really cool if we did, though. That would be spectacular. I feel like I must be missing a log somewhere up here. I'm trying not to use my axe to break the leaves. I've done that a few times already. I know it's not good for it, though. It's sort of like when you accidentally use your mom's sewing scissors to cut paper, and then she gets really mad at you for it, because those are supposed to stay sharp for cutting, you know, fabric. And then you've blunted it on paper. No one's ever done that before? Just me? Okay. Well, let me tell you what. That's a lesson you learn real quick. My mom used to be... I mean, she still is. She used to sew a lot. I was going to say she used to be good at it. She's still really good at it. She just doesn't do it quite as much. But I think growing up, pretty much, like, all of my clothes up to a certain point were made by my mother, which was really cool. Let's see if we can find spiders. Otherwise, we will go to bed. Right now, all I see is skeletons, which is not ideal. I guess we could look at the map. It's a bit cheaty, but it'll show us that there's nothing out here useful. Oh, weird. I guess, you know what? It's a distance thing. We're not close enough to see the other animals. Let's get out of here before we get beset by creatures. It's not worth it tonight. It's just not worth it. I mean, maybe if there was the potential of getting a spider, but there's no potential of getting a spider right now. So, out we go. Also, I think our shield's just about had it. I think our shield's about to break on us. So we should probably consider building a new shield. And I guess we'll use a... No, we have other types of wood. That would be silly. Yeah, we'll use some of the birch wood. We actually had some in our inventory already. I think that we need... not that much. Isn't it just like every piece except for these bottom two? Yeah, basically. Okay, let's get some sleep. And then we'll go cut down what's left of the trees. And finish the work on the pillars, I guess, is what we're doing. After we collect the melons. Oh. Oh, wait, was that the last of the trees? Almost? I think there's a couple left down here. Those might be what remain of the trees, though. There's a couple over there, too. Okay, let's collect all of... I see a spider. Let's collect all the bits from the dead skeletons, because it's free arrows. And bones, free bones as well. Now, the spider... Where did it go? Now, hold on a minute. Where did the spider go? We all saw a spider over here. Where did the spider go? What is this? Why has this happened again? Hello? Spider? Why does this keep happening? Where are the spiders going? They're not despawning. They don't despawn and they don't catch on fire, right? I mean, I know they despawn if you, like, leave the area. How could we have eyes on a spider and then as soon as we get down here, it's just gone? I'm starting to think that maybe I'm hallucinating. I'm starting to think that maybe there were never any spiders. At no point have I ever actually seen a spider out here. It was always my imagination. But there definitively was a spider down there. Everyone saw it. Everyone saw it. Where'd it go? Play back the whole message. What is going on around here? What the absolute heck is going on around here? Forgot to replant these as well. Probably need to replant these as well. I'm losing my mind right now over the whole spider situation. I know I said I was going to collect what was left of the trees, but like, where did the spider go? It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I'm going to cut down a couple of trees. I'm going to cut down what's left of the trees, and the next time we see a spider, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make direct eye contact with it, and we're going to stare it down, and we're going to approach it without ever breaking line of sight. And then we're going to kill it, and we're going to collect its string, hopefully. And we're not going to let another opportunity to get a spider go past us. Also, I'm going to go ahead and swap this out, because I think that old one's going to break any minute now. And the last thing I want to do is be in combat, and then have my shield broken. I feel like I have my shield on 24/7, though. I feel like I've got a shield all of the time. Which is good, probably. Okay. I think that now I have officially collected all of the wood from the island. There are no trees remaining. I'm moving all of the peonies. I'm putting them all down here now. For no particular reason. That's just where they go now. There you go. Except for those, because I can't be bothered. Yep, all the trees are gone. Can confirm. Except for the acacias. The other two have come in. And they look rather nice, I've got to say. They're looking very, very, very nice. Let's get this little project finished up, then. What is that? Oh, it's like, is it just 2 fish? Can't I make a spyglass? Isn't that something I can make? So from the bottom, I built them all up 2 blocks so that I can then very easily just hop down and build them up the remaining 3 blocks. Won't take damage every time I do it either, which is what was happening before. I was jumping all the way down like a buffoon boy. I'm no longer a buffoon boy, I'm a buffoon man. And we've basically got it finished. There's a couple of things we need to ask ourselves, such as, how do we handle the entrance? I'm still unsure. How do we handle this front section? I think we don't. I think we leave it like that. That segment's fine. And then how do we handle the inside? I don't have to hit the button. I don't know why I do. On the inside, I'm not sure it's necessary to have any of these go top to bottom. And I think it's probably, in fact, better to have them not. Again, at this point, nothing's set in stone, so we can change this back if we want to. Ooh, easy does it there. Okay, you freak out like that then. Hold on. Don't really see why I need to do anything about this right now, but there we go. Having it more like that, I think, does look better. Except for on this corner piece, and maybe these entrances. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I think I like that. So we'll take this back down, and we just gotta add the stairs. And when we get to areas like this, I think we'll do just blocks underneath to kind of get it all elevated to the same height. I think this needs to be relocated. We'll temporarily move this out of the way. We'll set it down maybe here. And then can I feed all of my excess of oak saplings into this? And why would I? Like, what is the goal? I think it's supposed to give me... Oh yeah, look, there you go. All of that for a single bone mill. Is it worth it? Is it not? Not for me to decide. I'll leave that up to you folks at home. Let's start cooking up cobblestone. Okay, let's get some dried kelp going to cook up some more stone, well as to cook up more kelp. And then I forgot we can actually do this to get the stairs. Much easier. Wait a minute, hold on. If I do that in here... What? Now wait, I've just discovered something. I feel like an idiot. It takes 6 of these to get 4 stairs. But if we do it with the stone cutter, it just takes 1 to 1. I'm such an idiot for not doing that earlier. That makes infinitely more sense. Hold on, let's sleep. Okay, so on the front here, right? What if we just do this? And yeah, that. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with it. Let's go with that. I think that if I swim around down here, I'm just collecting a few more of these. I think if I break them all loose, and then I'm patient, they will just float up to the top, and there's actually no reason for me to swim around and collect them. All we gotta do is be patient, and eventually they all surface. Some of them linger just below the surface, which is irritating. So we can turn the rest of those, well, 2 of them, into dried kelp blocks, and just keep cooking up more kelp. Meantime... Oh my gosh! You can skip directly from stone to stone brick stairs. How amazing is that? You know what I never think about is that stone stairs exist? It never comes up. I never think about stone slabs either. It is never a thing that I think about. So here's a question about these, right? Can you go sideways with them? Is the question I got? It certainly feels like kind of, but it seems tricky. Oh, wait, no, that just... Wait, hold on, how do I do this? Yes. Okay. Great. Ah! Well, what happened there? Okay, not falling off again. The reason we need to do that is because we need to do this, you know, same as along out here, and at the same level. Which does mean we need to sort of redesign a little bit of this. I don't want to fall off the edge. Is this going to make it go at an angle? Doesn't look like it. So, let's start breaking these. Can I just, like... Can I, like, Mario it? Where I don't jump, but I just, like, zoom over a single block gap? I think you can in, like, jumpy puzzles for some reason. I definitely think that in Minecraft there have been instances, and maybe I'm just imagining it, maybe I'm just crazy, but there have been instances where I've been able to run over a certain number of blocks. Without jumping, I should note, is what I mean. Maybe I am crazy, maybe that never happened, but I feel like it did. Watch. Nope, okay, well, it didn't work that time, but I'm telling you it has worked before. Okay, so with that placed there, and all of this like it is, should be able to... So what happened was I just sort of barely stepped off the edge. I think that's what I did last time as well, I just didn't realize it. Darn you! Had a real good thing going there, and you just had to come along and ruin it. The thing is, I think I can accidentally step out the edge of this thing. Oh, I don't remember putting that there. Okay. Bring this one in. Oh, this looks bad though, doesn't it? Well, let's see how it looks from a distance. Let's head back over to this ledge and kind of look at it. No, that's okay. It's fine. It might get changed in the future. We might change it so that maybe there's a flat bit of wall that goes all the way down to the secret underground entrance. That's not really a secret because I've already told everyone about it and everyone knows it's a thing we're going to build. It's also not like it's going to be hidden. It's going to be a gaping maw that we sail into, so it'll be very much known. What I didn't do was add the stairs along the top there, but I think that might be easier to do from above anyway. Oh, here we go. Peak Minecraft right now. This classic jam. If this doesn't put a smile on your face... warmth in your heart, nothing can. Also, did anyone else realize that there should be a pillar here? That's just not there. Yeah. I noticed. Canonically, I've made the decision that this is the exact same spider. And we're finally getting it here. No matter what else happens, we finally did it! There we go. I don't know where it runs off to whenever we try to go get it otherwise. But we finally did it. And... oh, I gotta put some more pieces up in the house. I was gonna say we finished with the house project, but we've definitively not. Okay. Hi guys. Hello zombies. I think that'll do it for today. At least for now. I think we're good. I think we're gonna go ahead and go to bed before anything gets me. There are monsters nearby. I mean, yeah, but... like, really? We're gonna consider this an issue? This one fella here? He's barely a threat. He's so unkempt. He's got this ridiculous-looking blue shirt. I don't think he's barely a threat. Come on, let's be real. That guy's not gonna pose any problems to us. Like, that over there, now that we can see that, is, like, calling to me. And we do have an underwater breathing potion situation. And a helmet that'll help us to mine things up better even though we're underwater. Like another one. It's intriguing. But also I've now recorded for nearly 50 minutes, which I think means that this is officially the most amount of time spent on a recording. I don't know how long the video itself will be. I doubt if it's that long. But 50 minutes... and I keep saying I'm trying to make them shorter. If I'm gonna do 365 of these, I really can't be having them be all that long. Hold on, no, hold on, we just watched a spider disappear in real time. There was 2 of them and now there's 1. We just watched it happen. So now we know we're not crazy, it does happen. Unless maybe I imagined there being 2 spiders. I wonder if there's just like a range and they're slipping out of it when we're down here. I really gotta get, though, the spider eyes for potions. As well as the spider, the other body parts. The string is what I was trying to think of. I don't know why it wouldn't come into mind. Come on. Don't do that. Oh, you really thought, huh? Whoa, hold on, wait, hold on. Did he have an enchanted bow, or was that my imagination? Must have been my imagination. There we go. Complete shield, full health. Definitely looked like his bow was glowing, though, and he didn't drop it, which is a shame. Do we need to put fortune or something on here? Oh, wait, what? What's going on right here? Right beneath my... What kind of strange land have we found ourselves in? Is there a way to, like, get air from these without taking damage from landing on them? I can't seem to fight the draw down. I've got to explore what's under here, but I don't really want to waste my 1 underwater breathing potion on exploring all of this down here. You know what I mean? Okay, well that was a bit of a letdown in the way that it just led right outside. This is a land of wonder and mystery. It's a land of intrigue. I love it here. It's funny how much where you spawn can determine what you do and how you experience the game, and how just, you know, spawning on this island has sort of shaped the way that we approach this series, because obviously spawning on an island surrounded by kelp, if we'd spawned in the middle of a biome with no kelp around, I don't think I would have noticed or been invested in using kelp as a fuel source. Now I am. And I don't think I would have been doing that early game, like underwater exploration and getting treasures and things, but now I am. And this is still a disappointing door, the way that it's all tarnished and whatnot, but sure, we can fix it. Until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you. Thank you for sticking with me for 2 weeks. And here's to another 50 weeks to come. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.